Okay, hello everyone. We're gonna be talking about all the perk changes because I literally just recorded for like 15 minutes reading out everything and it didn't go through because for some reason it wasn't sharing the fucking screen. Okay, let's go. But web improvements, they're just gonna have an automatic purchase, which is mostly what it's about here. The first new addition is very simple. Select any node and the game will automatically buy anything you needed along the way. This also allows you to purchase multiple things. I don't care about the blood web changes. Visual clarities, yes, for people that don't have the best hearing. It will have color changes as well. For anyone wondering, will look like this for each. There you go. Now I'm gonna ignore the maps. I'm only gonna go to the perks because that's what I mostly like. Healing. Let's talk about healing. There's no better way to avoid being put on a hook. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about like the important things. First, healing will now take 24 seconds by default. Previously 16 seconds. This will make each hit more impactful. Ensuring that survivors need to spend longer to heal their wounds. Second, we have rebalance medkits across the board. All medkits will now have 24 charges by default. So you, I won't say it yet. Allowing one heal before they are depleted. The different rarities of medkits are as follows. Camping aid kit increases the healing speed by 20%, was 25. Increases first aid kit increases healing speed by 25%, was 35. Emergency med kit increases the healing speed by 30%, was 50. It no longer increases the speed at which you heal yourself though. That's the downside. Like, well, there's two downsides for that. And there's also three downsides. This one is just healing speed's only 35% now, was 50. And increases skill checks as zones by 10%, was 14. And the great skill check one increases zones by 10% for great skill checks, was 15% originally. They did change all of this, so it's now impossible for a medkit to fully heal a survivor more than twice in a match. Yeah. Horrible. This change will make it so Gearhead, it originally made it so Gearhead currently reveals the honor of the next survivor to hit great skill check after a survivor loses a health state. These conditions require a bit of work and luck on the killer's part to get value out of it. Gearhead will now receive a slight rework. When a survivor loses a health state, Gearhead activates for 30 seconds. While active, any survivor who hits a good skill check will have their honor revealed to the killer for 6 to 7 and 8 seconds. Overzealous is just a massive buff. Like, it's actually huge if it works how I'm thinking how it does. Overzealous grants a repair speed bonus when cleansing a totem. Okay, and do you know the crazy part? Is that now you can bless a totem because it worked against the people who burn. So if you bless a totem, you get it. But the crazy part that I was talking about, I think it still works like this. If it's level 3, it increases it by 10%. If it's level 2, it increases it by 9%. But if it's level 1, it increases it by 8%. But the crazy part here is that if you're using level 10, if you cleanse a hex totem, the gen will go 20% faster. So imagine being on a 2-gen, like 2 people on 1 gen, both with this perk. The killer, if you set up a boon on a gen, if you set up a boon somewhere and then the killer kicks it out while your teammate has a boon as well, and overzealous. Like, not even, like, you can, like, destroy a hex totem. Yeah, you don't need to bless it. I'm not gonna bless hex totems. But if you if you break a hex totem 20% faster, if your teammate, which is going to be your Giga Chad duo, if they bless a totem, that will save one totem on the map, so the killer kicks out that totem, you still have it. So it will be 30% faster. Oh, that's kind of crazy. But the downside is killer perks are being nerfed. I know a survivor perk got nerfed, the Dust Jones, but I think it's a bit overkill. Because now, survivors still have Prove Myself, the new survivors perk, whatever it is, that makes it so whenever you pop a gen, it goes 5% faster. So imagine that with Overzealous. That's only when it's like 3 perk slots. Your last perk could be like Sprint Burst or something. I'm gonna use Sprint Burst after this update because I nothing did it. So imagine Overzealous with the perk that increases your repair speed when 2 people finish a gen together by 5%. You start doing it like 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait. So imagine that with Prove Thyself as well. You're basically doing a gen like 50% faster immersed, which is just crazy. Your gen's gonna go by in like 10 seconds. Not 10, but like 50 or 30, which is crazy. Scorchhook Pain Resonance, this perk has somehow found its way back into the meta. The perk will start with 4 tokens. The first time each survivor is hooked on a Scorchhook, the generator with the most progress will explode and lose progress. We've also reduced the difference between tiers of the perk. Now, 11% for level 1. 13% for level 2, and 15% for level 3. That's already pretty massive changes, but if you're not gonna nerf Prove Thyself or the new Survivors perk, killers are still going to need this perk to... They need like a eruption buff again, or something, because they need to be able to regress a gen by like 20%. Like, it's crazy to me, because your gen will go basically 40% faster with the perks I just talked about. Overzealous, Prove Thyself, and the new Survivor perk that increases your generator speed by 5% whenever you pop a gen with another person. For both people. And then you hop on the same gen, that's already 10% faster without any of the perks. But Overzealous will increase that by 10% again, up to 20%. And then your teammate can bless a totem. And then you have... Oh, no, this is too... No. Like, they need Colubrine or something. Like, they don't... Too many killer perks are being nerfed. I genuinely think this is gonna hurt the game player base a lot. And Pain Resonance, Scorchhook Pain Resonance, will only activate 4 times per match, by the way. That is not enough to keep up with the build I just talked about, which I will be using with my friend. You literally need... I don't think my friend actually has the perk whenever you cleanse a totem. The gen goes like 10% faster, but if I just bring that, then it's already 30% faster, because... No, wait, it's more than 30, it's 40! Oh, it almost was 60 then! Holy shit, okay. Colubrine quickly rose into popularity following the meta shake-up last year, granting a large increase to regression of generators. It's not uncommon for a generator to fully regress once a survivor is traced away. To tone down its power, we have reduced the additional regression speed to 115, 120, and 125. They need Colubrine level 3 to be like 140 maybe, and then they'll be good. Was 150 and 175 and 200%, yeah. But overcharge similar to Colubrine. Overcharge used to be whenever you kick a gen over the course of 30 seconds, I believe, it would start regressing at 200%, so that's already 400% with the old metal. Plus like 15% instant gone with Scourge Gift of Pain. I mean, Scourge Pain Resonance. Overcharge to bring. We've reduced the maximum regression speed to 120%, was 200%. This would make it take longer for regression to become beneficial. So at the same time, we've increased the starting regression speed to 75%. Was 85%, sorry. Was 75% to help. Penalty for missing. The skill check was reduced to 2. At level 1, it is 2%. At level 3, it is 3%. And at level 4, it is now 4%. For the old one, it was 3% at level 1, 2% at, 4% at level 2. Jesus fucking Christ, if you missed that. Level 3 was 5%. Burn Circle of Healing. This nerf is probably gonna damage the survivor base again, but the killers have had it harder now, this update, because now they have no gen regression, almost. The Burn Cycle of Healing will now no longer let you heal yourself without a medkit. So if you want to heal yourself in a burn, nope, you need a medkit. You can only, if you don't have a medkit, you can only be healed by other survivors in the burn by 40% at level 1, 45% at level 2, and 50% at level 3. So yeah. But the odds of all injured survivors with the burn's range will be revealed to all other survivors, so you can get healed by them. The Hillbilly? Oh, I fucking loved this one when I read it out. I was so excited. Start your chainsaws and don't worry about them overheating. We've adjusted the Hillbilly's overheat mechanic to be much more forgiving. The amount of heat generated from both starting to rev and continuing your rev has been reduced a lot, making the overheat mechanic almost a non-factor when used in loops and over short distances, much to how he used to play. So he's basically not going to have overheat at all. Just as before, heat will begin to disappear, basically, as soon as the chainsaw sprint ends, meaning most of the heat generated from a short chainsaw sprint will already be gone by the time your chainsaw is ready for another attack. So there's not going to be any overheat almost, so don't worry about that anymore, Hillbilly mains, because you're about to start hitting cross-map snipes on me. Imagine, that would be so fun though, the amount, last but not least, we've toned down the speed add-on, so we're gonna say goodbye to Speed Billy for this. He's not gonna be as fast anymore, less movement speed, so yeah, it does make it harder to heat your chainsaw up though, which is kind of useless, but they fucking nerfed Pig. I've heard so many memes, but I don't know why Pig needed a nerf. Her add-on's only 10% now, was 6% before. It increases your crouching movement speed, but I don't think the nerf was needed. I think we could have just, just increase the add-on and leave it there. We didn't need to, do this and nerf her, I believe. I wonder what the nerf's gonna be like. I hope she still has, 4 traps. If she doesn't, then Pig's just gonna become even more rare. Nightmare Buff. So, his add-ons, ultra rare add-ons, now, they inflict blindness on survivors who trigger Dream Snare or Dream Palette. These add-ons weren't doing so well, so we've increased duration of the blindness status effect on each of these add-ons by 30 seconds. Pretty good. The Executioner buff. Executioner players, you're gonna love this. This is horrible actually. Not horrible, but it's something. Okay. The Executioner's Egg add-on increases the duration of Killer Instinct, flanked by the Judgment by 1.5 seconds. This doesn't provide as much value since Killer Instinct only updates its position sometimes, or whatever. To make it more meaningful, we've increased this bonus to 3 seconds. The Clown got a buff as well. Nerf, big nerf. Actually, massive nerf. The Redhead's Pinky Finger add-on can be incredibly powerful, allowing the Clown to instantly down a survivor after hitting them directly with a bottle. We've previously toned down this add-on by reducing the maximum number of bottles the Clown can hold, but it seems like this downside was not enough to bring it in line with other ultra rare add-ons. Going forward, this add-on will reduce the maximum held bottles by 3%. Was 2. I think it's a small nerf, but having 1 less bottle will definitely make it a lot harder, in my opinion. Because now it's going to be almost... how do I explain this without it sounding like it needs a buff? It's going to be almost impossible to hit survivors without an add-on to increase the number of bottles that you can hold. Now, the Wraith got a buff. We have removed the ability to burn the Wraith out of his cloak. That was needed. Thank you, behavior. Good job. The Nurse, similar to the Wraith, the Nurse could be banned while blinking. This didn't come up very often since it was very risky and difficult to pull off, but it is also being removed. Nerf got a buff. And Pig got a nerf. Nerf got a buff. Pig got a nerf. Nerf got a buff. Pig got a nerf. I could actually make a song out of that. The artist survivors could shine a flashlight at crows to scare them away. This also didn't come into play very often, since crows could easily be shooed away. So that means that we have to say goodbye to burning crows. Say bye. The Hag, the most impactful apparently. Flashlights have long been the sole counter to the Hag's traps. Not only could they reveal the aura of nearby traps, but shining a flashlight at the trap would destroy it. Removing the flashlight effect from the Hag's power is a little trickier since it would leave survivors with no option but to set off a trap and risk a Hag teleporting to it. To ensure that this doesn't make the Hag too oppressive, we are adding the ability to wipe away the Hag trap without a flashlight. No flashlight needed anymore. Gamers, you don't need to waste your flashlight anymore. You don't need them on a fucking trap anymore. But it will take a longer amount of time to do. You have to spot the trap, crouch over to it to avoid setting it off, then perform a 7-second long action to clear the trap. So she's probably gonna get a few add-ons to increase how long it takes. So it will probably take 10 seconds eventually. To ensure this doesn't, whatever about that. The Deep Rift and Beyond. Late last year. The Deep Rift level of the Rift was revealed, allowing players who had already reached tier 70 to go above and beyond and continue progressing to earn, more rewards. Starting with the Tools of Torment chapter. Update. This Deep Rift feature will feature unique visuals to better define the bonus Deep Rift tiers from the regular Rift. As for terms, you may notice a new thing emerging, whatever that is. With the most recent chapter's lore is suspended in the following term. It's no longer something. This is something we'll be doing for all new original chapters moving forward. This will allow us to expand further beyond the most recently introduced chapters lore in a more natural and meaning way. In a more natural and exciting way. Licensed chapters, meanwhile, they may be a thing to this where we would love to expand upon their stories as we have done in the past with the likes of Ghostface and Bill. Licensed chapters come from franchises of their own and their own stories to tell. Therefore, the terms will follow. The licensed chapters may feature existing original characters instead. And if you've been waiting to learn more about your favorite character from years past, don't worry, they won't be forgotten. So, still gonna have so much riffs with cosmetics for your old characters. Don't worry. They will be featured in new terms as probably not like a main character, probably, because it's probably gonna be for like someone else, the Rift, but you still get cosmetics from. With that, we've reached the end of this month's developer update. The public test build for the Tools of Morn tournament chapter, mid-chapter update will be open next week. Yes, we look forward to reading your feedback once you've had a chance to try it out. Until next time, the Dead by Daylight team. This article was helpful.